Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here with a joint effort here between Brownwater Banter and The Sound.
Tag
I am
team
Jared
champions.
Seymour.
My name is Joey Cates.
I'm Kevin Harris.
Yes, sirree. We got a great one today for you. We got Frank Foster on the show. He's going to be talking about his performance coming up at the Crawfish Festival right here in Biloxi, Mississippi. We're super stoked to have him on the show this evening. And we're going to jump right into it quick. We're not wasting any time. But before we get started, I do want to thank our sponsor of Brownwater. That's Southern Magnolia Smiles, Dr. Robbie Williams, right here in Ocean Springs on Washington Avenue. Hit him up on all the socials at Southern Magnolia Smiles, man. If you're looking for a great local dentist, you can check them out on their website, southernmagnoliasmiles.com, or give them a shout here at 228-215-1202. And let them know that we sent you over there, man. So we appreciate that. All right, without further ado, let's get Frank in here, man. Frank, what's going on, man?
Going on, fellas? How y'all doing this evening, man? Y'all all right?
Yeah,
Doing good.
Yeah, we're doing great, man. We appreciate you jumping on here, taking the time out to chat with us. You got a big show coming up in Biloxi, April the 16th. I believe it's Friday, right here at the Crawfish Festival. You're going to be right down there at the Coliseum, Highway 90. You'll be able to see the beautiful Gulf of Mexico, man.
that's it.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
How pumped are you to get back out and playing shows again?
Man, just fired up about it, man. Honestly, man, my entire April is full, man. We're going to be really, really busy in April. And, of course, the one down there that you guys are talking about in Biloxi is going to be huge. A lot of names on the post. So we're looking forward to coming down there. Mississippi always right, man. That's my second home, Mississippi, man. They love us down there. We love them.
Yeah, Kevin was looking online a second ago. You're just from right next door, right? You're a Louisiana man.
Yeah, man, I grew up in North Louisiana, man. If you get off the I-20 there in Ruston, Louisiana, where Louisiana Tech is, and go, I don't know, man, 35, 40 minutes north, almost to Arkansas, man. I tell everybody I miss being a hillbilly by my house. So, yeah, North Louisiana, man, that's where we grew up at, man.
Ain't no ducks up there, huh? Ain't no ducks flying up there anywhere, are there?
If there is, we don't tell nobody. Some of them secret spots, you know what I'm talking about.
I hear you.
So look, it's no big surprise here that we're coming out of 2020, and it was an absolute, terrible year all the way around, and especially for music and live entertainment. What'd you do for 2020, man? How did you manage the pandemic? What'd you do with your time off?
Well, man, you know what? Luckily for us, man, I mean, we put ourselves in a position business-wise over the last 10 years, in that aspect of things, we were okay. So that was a comfort for us. We were okay, unlike a lot of folks who were less fortunate. But, man, we stayed busy in 2020, mainly because, my daughter was born in April the 30th. So right after everything, kind of hit, we had our hands full with a newborn. So that helped us out. So, I think it helped my wife and I out, because if you jump online, so many people focus on so many other things. And we just kind of, man, wrapped up right here at the house and got that baby up and going. So that kept us really busy.
That's awesome, man. Kevin, you on the other end there? You can still hear us, huh?
Yeah, no, I can hear you. I was just waiting I'm waiting for an opportunity to jump in for a minute.
Jump on in there with the internets.
So my question, one of the questions I have, you are truly just straight independent, and you've done stuff that major labels aren't able to do for some people. What's the process for you when you're putting stuff together to get it pushed out, just for independent artists? How do you do that on your own so well?
Honestly, man, to be honest with you, which I've never been on the other side of the coin, but I have people that, I have buddies of mine that are in the industry and have deals and things like that. Early on, like when I was putting out Rowdy Reputation, the Red Wings and Six Strings album, first couple albums I put out, the process was, tougher for an independent artist, just getting the music out there. We didn't know anything. But, these days, man, I feel like it's just like the other day. I'll give you an example. We made a decision 2 weeks ago as a band. I'm like, hey, I've got 10 songs. I'm ready. You know what I mean? So from from the time I say that, we go in the studio in another couple of weeks. And 2 weeks after that, we got the record cut. And 2 weeks after that, it's mastered, ready to go to iTunes. Now, when I release it, it's left up to me. But I have nobody to answer to or run these songs through, or you know what I mean? We write them, we go cut them, and if we want to put them out a week later, we can do that. So I love the way that it is now and how streamlined it is, and not having 50 people in your camp trying to figure everything out for you when we've got it figured out. Our fans want to hear good country music, and that's what we're going to give them. A little Southern rock and roll and a little soul thrown in there every once in a while, and it's just so much more comfortable, man, doing things the way we're doing things the way we do them. Now, you sacrifice fame, but I didn't get into being famous. I got in this. I love country music. I wanted to make it. We've been able to do that, unfortunately. So, man, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Well, judging by the comments, I don't think you've sacrificed any fame. I can tell you that.
No, absolutely.
The comments are flying hot and heavy from all over the United States for you right now.
Well, I say that, but you present yourself in a real fashion. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like they touch you. When they see you in public, it's not that big of a deal. Hey, Frank, we get a picture, boom, and we move on. I want I go to my local Walmarts and my local Krogers and grocery stores, and every time it happens, and that's okay. But it's a calm, like, hey, it's not paparazzi type stuff. I think the way we've tried to present our
Gotcha.
Yeah, Kevin's right. We got the hashtag F. Was it Kevin? It was FF Nation on there,
Frank
man.
Foster
Yeah,
Nation.
Frank Foster Nation. So they got a whole thing going on. So, the first time I ever heard of you, and I got to mention Joey and I's good buddy, Joey Bart. Man, he's been a fan of yours since before anybody else I knew talking about you, and he's been telling us the whole entire time, man. So we've been kind of privy to your stuff for a long while because of him. So you got a big fan, and he lives in Louisiana as well too. So
he's a fellow coon ass.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah, man. That's awesome.
But another thing I wanted to go over, to piggybacks on the independent artist thing as well, is I saw in one of the interviews that you did, you mentioned you write all your own songs, man. You don't have like a lot of co-production going on or anybody else writing. Every lyric that comes out, that's from you, right?
Yeah, man, absolutely. And it's nothing against doing it the other way. I mean, there's people that, especially here in this town, Nashville, there's somebody walking into a room with 8 other people right now, and they're going to write it. And that's all well and good if they can do it that way, but that just seems frank. It always has. And, like I said, 8 albums, and I've written every lyric. But I will say this. I've grown close with some of my band members over the years. And something that has really helped me, because when 6 or 8 chords on the guitar and you've got 8 albums out, I mean, there's only so many places I can go. So what has happened over the years is guys in my band, guitar players especially, Topher Peterson, to highlight him, been in my band since the day I got to Nashville. And what we do now is kind of like, for lack of better terms, is the way hip hop guys would do it. Like, he'll sit at home on his computer and, put together some stuff and send it to me, like right over a beat. You know what I mean? If you were in hip hop, and he'll send me some stuff, and I'll tell you what, when this next album he's gonna have 5 or 6 co-writes just by sending me music. You know what I mean? So even though I write all the lyrics, last 2 or 3 albums, I've gotten a lot of help from the guys just sending me music, and it stokes something else. It puts me in a different spot and inspires me to write something I wouldn't have never written. So I love doing it that way. Yeah, I love writing the lyrics though, man. And never got in a room with 8 people and tried it. Don't want to. I like doing it front for us.
That's awesome, man.
I think it's cool, like you say. I mean, it's people do it. A lot of big artists do it, and that's great. And it's a skill, and it's cool to see what people can come up with. But to know that the guy singing the song really, it came straight out of his heart, and he wrote it for a specific reason. That always adds an extra bit of layer as far as I'm concerned as the fan.
Yeah. It's a thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of these are firsthand experiences, right? Because I mean, you get the nickname the Oil Field Hank for being on an oil field, right? That's where you got your start.
Right, man. I mean, and the stuff is that's another thing I think that people are drawn to because I said this on an interview a week or so back, and I always say this. Let's not. I don't. I've never considered myself a vocalist or anything like that. Entertainment wise, I'll put myself up against anybody. But I feel like as a total package, people are drawn to it because it's real. When they hear me singing something like "The Rig in the Road" or drop a line in a song about something being the pipe tight, and they're like, and they can check my history. It's like, oh yeah, that dude worked in the Gulf of Mexico. So
I hear you.
it's a real thing, man. I wouldn't trade those experiences out there for anything. I tell people all the time, I miss my buddies out there, but I do not miss the work. Ain't no doubt about
No
that.
way.
Yeah,
That sun's hot. That sun's real hot out there.
Yeah, and when you up in that derrick in January, that wind's cold too. I don't miss that, not none.
I hear you.
I got a picture here I'm going to flash on the screen, and that just goes to show the people watching what a Frank Foster show may look like if you've never been to one, man. How anxious or ready are you for 2021 to be able to get back to crowds like that?
I'm ready, man. We got lucky enough, man. Here a few weeks back, we went to Mississippi. I think 2 days before we got there, they busted the state wide open, and we went to play to a crowd that looked like that. And just I don't know, man. 2020 is strange, man. You never would think. There's no doubt about it, man. I'd been on the road 8 years. I started taking pictures like that. You just flashed up crowds like that. I was taking it for granted. I think that'll be taken away from you, and for it to be
Yeah.
taken away from wasn't your undoing. It was something else. So, man, it's been a long time still and a lot of time to try to sit around and process everything. But I told my wife, and she learned this about me, and I've learned this about myself. I love being here, and I love these kids, and I love her. But old Frank still needs a lot of highway in his life. Ain't no doubt about that. So I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin and I have talked about that before. If COVID's definitely terrible, but if there was one like silver lining, is that it makes us all appreciate what we had and what we lost for hopefully just the year 2020 is the live music experience. Playing at your house by yourself or live streaming stuff online. That's fun and it's got its place moving forward, I do believe. But that nothing will replace a group full of people experiencing music that they all love together all at once.
Oh, dude, that's the thing. Our live show is the best. Is our calling card. You know what I mean? Out songs and everything's great, but till you see it up close and personal, you don't really know. And our fans know that. I think that's what keeps for us live. Show. And our fans are cool enough. They'll somebody in their 50 time will drag 3 first time. You know what I mean? And that it turns it over, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, man. We've seen it. We've seen it. We saw them in Soul Kitchen in Mobile, man. And I've noticed a lot of your shows now, Frank, are going to like outside festivals. I know you do a lot of stuff up in Hattiesburg. You got one in Hattiesburg. You got a lot at the Mud Grips, 4-wheel riding, man. There ain't no much better than that, right?
Oh, that's right, man. Especially today's times. I mean, everything I see that pops up on the schedule, if it's outside, I feel great about it. Because that's
Absolutely.
That's me, man. Come breathe up the good Lord's fresh air. Let's stand right next to the parking lot. You can do that too. So, I love even before 2020 came, it gets time of year in springtime, summer, man. Festival is a lot of fun. Man. I've got I play a lot of cool festivals over the years, man. I just love it, man. It's a great time of year. People are outside and fun, sunshine, good music. Not many other places I'd rather be.
Well, we got one of the guys actually playing with you at the Crawfish Festival saying what's up in the comments. Cole Jones.
Yeah, man. Oh well,
and-
good fella right there.
Yeah, we had him on the show a couple weeks ago, and he had nothing but praise for Frank Foster.
Yeah, man. Well, that's our thing. Here's my thing, man. I ain't never high-headed anybody, and I won't. because there's been some people who are 18 levels above me that have been really sweet to me for no other reason than they was being good folks. And so I've tried to pass that tradition down. Cole's a guy, plus others who've worked for us on a lot of different shows, and we just try to treat them as good as you can, because you never know when those roles might be reversed. You know what I mean? I may be opening for Cole Jones one day, as long as he lets me show up.
Yeah, that'll work.
It'd probably be a damn good show too,
No doubt.
no matter what the order is. I can guarantee that.
First second, it'll be good.
Yeah, man. Well, look, I'm going to flash the flyer on the screen real quick here for the event that we're talking about. So the people on the Gulf Coast and anybody that's willing to drive over here to Biloxi, that's going to be April the 16th. That's a Friday. Frank's going to be playing at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum here. It's the Crawfish Festival, and it's the 28th annual. Kevin, I didn't even realize that we're getting up in numbers like that, huh, man?
Man, that tells me I'm really getting old, because I was there for the first one for John
Yeah.
Michael Montgomery.
Yeah, first one, that made him feel bad.
Yeah. So we getting on up there, man. Look, hey, we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to jump on here with us little guys, man. We really, it doesn't go unnoticed, man. That means a lot to us, and we can't wait to have you here on the Gulf Coast rocking out, man, playing your music.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man. Look forward to seeing you guys down there, man. Thank y'all so much. I enjoyed this. Y'all to try to do this for a living.
hey, we trying, man. We trying.
Inching our way through. So we appreciate you helping us on the climb.
Hey, man, anytime y'all holler back at me, I'll do it again, man.
Okay,
All
man.
right,
Have a good evening.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Frank.
Thank y'all, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank
That
y'all
was
for tuning
cool.
in. I know
Yeah.
that the internet was a little spotty there, but we do the best we can. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, and go out to see the show April the 16th,
Yep.
Friday
Check him out
at the Coliseum. It's gonna be legit. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Later.
Peace.